What's happening, guys? It's episode 16, Based in Reality. I'm Mike J, of course. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel and please like the videos. It helps with the algorithm. Kind of gets me into the sphere of videos that kind of get shared around. Today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is kind of dark. Not because I want to make like depressing videos or anything, and no pun intended on being dark, but James Gardner, the Omaha business owner who had, I think he owned a bar, and he defended his dad because he was getting hassled outside of the bar, and James ends up getting like knocked to the ground. He had already told them he had a gun, and he didn't want to kill anybody, but he had a gun, and he gets knocked to the ground, and one of the men put him in like a chokehold on his back. Like they like jump on his back while he's down on all fours and put him in a chokehold. Well, he reaches his gun behind him, shoots the man. Clear cut self-defense. That's, before I go any further, it's hilarious to me that they're so worried about cops using chokeholds because of how dangerous they are. And then their go-to is a chokehold. Funny how that works, eh? Kind of ironic. Black Lives Matter against chokeholds, but that's the go-to move. Why? Because it works in subduing somebody? Yes, that's exactly why. So anyways, so he was supposed to, I think he got off on the self-defense thing, and then he ended up getting indicted. I don't know if, I don't think he got off. Never mind. Sorry. That's a stupid thing to say. My apologies. I think he was looking like he was going to get off on the self-defense, but he gets indicted, and he's supposed to turn himself in, and apparently, allegedly, he killed himself outside of Portland. Now, there's speculation that something else happened, but as far as we know, it was self-inflicted. Whatever the case may be, though. So this guy, small business owner, he's been on video talking about how he respects the rights of people to protest, and a lot of conservatives have went down that road as well. I hate the left, but they have their right to protest and blah blah. Now, this whole peaceful protest thing has gone out the window months ago. I've been done with all that bullshit. All the, I'm against the riots, but I'm for the peaceful protests. Fuck that. Okay? Your peaceful protests are never peaceful. Especially Black Lives Matter. They are the absolute worst for this. Since their conception, they've been dangerous thugs, awful people, fucking simple-minded, easily controlled. It's disgusting that they can't take a look at, like, they're building themselves into a corner right now. Because pretty soon, people are going to start fighting back. I've been saying this for a while now. And it's getting to a point where people are going to start fighting back. And they're getting themselves into this corner where they're going to have nowhere else to go except to turn back and look at everything that they've caused and pay for it. They have the media on their side. They have the law on their side, essentially. But people are not going to put up with this forever. They can't. Look at what is happening right now. James Gardner, you know, allegedly kills himself because the law was not on his side in a clear-cut self-defense. But these people that just riot and loot, and I'm sick of hearing those two words too because they've been so overused. But they riot, loot, murder, BLM, and they get released back on the street. I'm pretty sure the guy that killed those or ambushed those two LA county sheriffs, he's a martyr as well to these idiots. Jacob Blake, biggest piece of shit of all of them, pretty much. He's a martyr. Kamala Harris visits him in the hospital. Could you imagine this rapist, allegedly? Dangerous piece of shit in general. And the person that could be vice president of the United States of America going and visiting this thing. Could you imagine Mike Pence going and visiting some Al-Qaeda member? Could you imagine that? No, you couldn't. This world is so fucked right now. This year has been so fucked. Nobody knows what way is up, what way is down. And it's just exactly, what they said in the book of Revelation, where they said, bad is good, good is bad, down is up is down. Everything's backwards. And that's where we are. These people get away with everything. And they are praised as the good guys. And the people that defend themselves and are actually doing good things for their community are getting called the bad people. This has nowhere to go but down and bad. Nothing good can come of this. And the whole replacement theory where they're trying to take out whites. And people say, "Oh, you're an idiot." Come on. That's not true. They're killing whites. They're leading whites to kill themselves. White males already have the highest suicide rate, I think, besides trans. And I mean, trans are mentally ill, so there's that. But white males have almost the highest suicide rate. Why is that? Just by accident? No. Constantly being told that they need to be sorry and they need to repent and they need to feel bad about who they are. And they shouldn't be proud of who they are and what their family has done or what their ancestors have done. Even if their ancestors had nothing to do with anything bad. You can't be proud that, maybe your Russian grandparents or great-great-grandparents, fought in one of the civil wars against the bad people, kind of similar to what we're doing now. You can't be proud of that because they were white. You need to work, and if anybody tries to attack you, you need to take it because you're white. You can't defend yourself. If you defend yourself, you're going to jail. And if you complain, then people just make fun of you and laugh at you. That's how this world is working. They're allowed to kill us. They're allowed to lead some of us to suicide. They're allowed to bring in people from a different culture that would never adapt to life with us. Some do, but most don't. And if you complain, you're a bad person. You're a bigot. You're a xenophobe. And on top of that, you're not allowed to go pray. You're not allowed to pray to your God. Where is this privilege that they speak of? They say it's because people of color can't get loans. Is it a coincidence that the people that can get loans also have good credit? Also aren't felons? That's just a coincidence. There's no privilege except victim privilege in this world right now. If you're a victim, you get money in one way or another. See, before it was like, okay, the way to make it out of the hood is, be a rapper or a basketball player. Well, now all you have to do is attack a police officer. And if the police officer tries to fight back as you try to kill him, then you get famous and you get rich. And then you're a hero to the other victims. And you're an example to lead for the other victims. I bet right now these BLM idiots are teaching their kids, when you grow up, you can attack a cop and then you'll be rich. Don't bother working hard. That doesn't do anything. That's a white thing. And then we get called out because we say, no, just work hard and do what you're supposed to do and you'll have a good life. Now that's a white thing. So that's Jay Bishop that got killed for absolutely nothing. He was walking down the street, got hunted down by that creepazoid. Kyle Rittenhouse is in jail because he defended himself and killed that pedophile and disarmed that other fucking creep. James Field is in jail. No, you can say whatever you want about him. The guy got railroaded. Whether or not you defend what he said or what he stood for, he got railroaded. He got railroaded. And now James Gardner, think about all of the people that have been killed in these BLM riots too. Mostly black people as well. There was kids. Remember Cannon Hinnant got shot in the head by that other creepazoid, whatever his name was. And yet people still support this. I'm at a loss for words today because of this. If you still support Black Lives Matter at this point, I don't see how you can be a good person. Because before it was, I support this because, I believe that everybody's lives should matter. But like I had mentioned in my other video, they've completely just taken a phrase that should be, you know, pretty well ubiquitous with good intentions, and they've ruined it. It was like the people saying anti-fascist. At one time, people were like, "Yeah, that makes sense." We shouldn't want fascists. And look what that happened. Look what happened with that. Anti-fascist, pro-communist, pro-fascist. Like like it's a projection. You hate fascists. You hate yourself. You hate your dad. You hate your parents. You hate everything about yourself. Black Lives Matter. They don't care about black lives. They hate whites. Their movement should be called White Lives Don't Matter. Or not even. Like they don't care about black lives either. I don't know, man. I can't believe what's been going on with this. It's only going to get worse, guys. And if you protect yourself or you defend yourself, then you're the bad guy. I really hope with this election coming up, something changes. And also, I hope like Canada follows suit with the change, because our rights are way more limited than the US rights. So once all this shit starts coming here, man, it's going to be bad for us. We don't even have freedom of speech rights. We have to be careful on what we talk about. Somebody's been jailed for misgendering people, a comedian. So anyways, guys, yeah, that's about it. Pray for James Gardner and his family, and pray for Cannon Hinn and his family. Pray for all these guys, Jay Bishop, his family, all the Patriots over in the Pacific Northwest that were close with Jay. And yeah, have a great day, please, or try. Thanks, guys.